Konnichiwa, Hishiburi. So I thought in today's video I would talk about my hitchhiking tips for traveling around Japan. So I spent 5 weeks hitching around Japan. I got a total of 28 hitchhikes from various people. I only got one hitchhike from one lady, the rest were either couples or men. But yeah, here's some of my tips for hitchhiking in Japan. So number 1, look friendly, smile, and be presentable. So try and be clean, and if you can. There's loads of onsens around Japan which are really useful for travellers. So use an onsen if you smell. But yeah, just like I would normally wear jeans and like it's like a really simple hoodie. Oh yeah, smile, be friendly. Like I know it kind of sucks when you're trying to hitch and everyone's passing you by and not looking at you, like just driving and trying to avoid looking at you. But smile and be approachable if you can. Have a sign, anything, and write in kanji. Because if you write in like Western letters like romanji, then they can't read it fast enough. And kanji is and it's actually easy to write kanji on a whiteboard. Like I've been in New Zealand now and I've hitchhiked here, and it's so hard to like write the Western words. So I found kanji a lot easier. But definitely have a sign, because I find when they're driving they'll look at the sign, and if they can help you, they will. So a sign definitely helps. Number 3 is travel light. Like I had a 40-litre rucksack, which was fine. But yeah, definitely travel light, because if you've got like loads of bags, and you can like really awkward to pick up. So travel light. It just benefits you as well, because you walk around carrying all your bags, and less is more. You realise you don't need that much to travel. Number 4, learn some basic Japanese. Even if it's just like hello, konnichiwa, thank you, domo arigatou gozaimasu. I think that's advice for anyone who travels abroad that into a country that doesn't speak the same language as you, is to learn a few basic phrases, like definitely hello, thank you, goodbye, how much is this, where's the toilet, just some basic politeful phrases, and it does make a big difference when you try. Number 5, take a gift. Japan's very big on gift giving. Like when you go to someone's house you take a gift, or if you go on holiday you come back and present a gift. So what I did was I made about 20 little strawberries, and I knitted them, and if someone went out of their way to help me, like I didn't give them to everyone, but if someone went out of their way to help me, like bought me food, bought me drink, let me stay at their house, drove me to a location that was out of their way, I would give them a strawberry, and they were really thankful. Also from Tokyo Hand. So I'm trying to find some thank you cards to send to the people who helped me on my hitchhiking journey. But there's so many nice the stationery in Japan is so nice. Like I like this one, but I like that one. I like this one, like that one. I like all of these. Maybe I can get 2. Maybe I should just get 1. I don't know. It's all really nice. It's so hard. 6 is have photos on your phone. I ended up having pictures on my phone, so I could share them, like my cats, my family, my home back in England, my guest house in Japan, some type of English food. Like people would ask me a lot, like, do I like Japanese food? And I would say yes, and then they would say, what's your favourite English food? So maybe having like an English breakfast, or like a Sunday dinner, or cake. My favourite cake is Victoria sponge cake. But yeah, I think definitely have some photos on your phone. Maybe share a snack. Like nothing smelly, just something like really simple that they can, like maybe in a plastic bag that they can help themselves to. That's just being polite and offering and sharing what you have. Like they're sharing like their car with you, giving you a lift, and it's just nice to be able to share something back. So maybe yeah, take a snack or something to share. So the next 2 are hints about locations about hitchhiking in Japan. I would go on Google Maps and type in the easiest way to drive from town A to town B, and then I would get to the main road out of town A en route to town B, and then I would stand at like the junction or somewhere that was easy and obvious, and it's got like a good length of road so cars can see you as they approach you. I like to stand near bus lay-bys, but anywhere cars could pull in, because Japanese people are very polite and considerate of other people, and they don't like to be in the way. So if you can find somewhere where they can pull in to pick you up, then that's great. Like, yeah, I like bus lay-bys. So yeah, that was actually 2 into 1. I kind of merged the two there. But yeah, that's what I would do. The konbinis, or convenience stores, are your best friend. Like, be it a Lawson, a Family Mart, or a 7-Eleven, all have a form of free Wi-Fi. Like, I had data on my phone, which helped a lot, but you can still get Wi-Fi at konbinis. Like, some require you to sign up and you get like 20 minutes a day, or 3 lots of 20 minutes, or it's limited, but it's still, you get a lot, so it helps you. Plus at convenience stores, normally you can sit down, they have like food, they can heat up like microwavable meals for you. They normally have plugs, so you can sit in and recharge your phone, so it's super useful. And they have toilets and ATMs, and pretty much you can do anything at konbini. I love konbinis. My favourite were Family Marts, just because you could go inside, sit down, take a break. They're open 24 hours, so I'd probably go, when I'd urban camp, I would obviously have to get up early, go into a konbini and charge my phone, get some breakfast, and then just sit in there, and then wait until, I would then probably wait until about 8:30 and then walk to the nearest tourist spot for the day. So that's probably my routine throughout my hitchhiking journey. So yeah, they were my tips on do's. Now these are don'ts. So there's not many of these. These are just really obvious ones, like don't fall asleep. That's really obvious. It's rude, and it could technically be dangerous. Like, you know, if you get picked up by a bad person, then you could, you know, be in, just like, get yourself in a lot of trouble. And hitchhiking does not have the best reputation for hitchhikers or picking up hitchhikers. So just don't fall asleep. Another one is don't be on your phone the entire time. That's just rude. Like, actually engage with the person who's giving you a lift. Be curious about them. Like, ask them their job, about their family, their hobbies. Ask them if they travel. If they like to travel, where have they been? Where do they want to go? Ask them if they have any pets. Ask them if they play any musical instruments, sports, what's their musical taste, what food do they like, what food don't they like. Just ask questions like that. And by the way, you do sound like a bit like a broken record, but I just ask the same questions again. We do meet some really interesting people and some really lovely people. So I think that was it for my don'ts. Like, it's just pretty much self-explanatory. Probably a major don't in regards to all hitchhiking and just traveling in general is go with your gut. If you're getting a hitch and the person pulls up and something, you get like a bad vibe or something feels off about them, anything, say no. Like, don't feel like you have to be polite. Just politely say, no thank you, I'll wait for the next lift. You don't have to give a reason, just politely decline. I know they're doing you a favour by offering you a lift, but you don't have to take it. So if you feel bad about getting in the car, don't get in the car. Luckily, I was very fortunate. I had really good lifts. I met some fantastic people. I will make like a hitchhiking nerd stats for all mine, like how many times I hitchhiked, like who, where I camped, and all the amount of money I saved from hitchhiking, which was actually quite a lot. Ooh. So yeah, this is my stats of all my spendings and all the savings whilst I was hitchhiking. So I hitchhiked for 5 weeks, and it's all broken down here. So I kept record of everything I spent, because I'm a bit of a nerd and I like to see where my money goes, basically. But yeah, so snacks. So it came to a total of about 34,997 yen, which is about £235, which is about just over £6.50 a day, which isn't that bad. Next is miscellaneous items, so like, let's say, postcards, bracelets, stamps, onsens, and this came to about 7,000 yen, which is about £56. Next, I broke it down into tourism things. So this is all the castles I went to, museums, parks, things like that, which came to a grand total of about 8,500 yen, about £66. Transport and accommodation were my biggest two outgoings. So yeah, I made a note of every place I went from. So obviously I started off from Tenoti Station in Osaka, and so obviously that's what I spent and that's what I saved from hitching. So I spent 29,080 yen, which was just under £200, and I saved 55,240 yen. So yeah, it was just about £370. So yeah, I'm glad what I saved turned out to be more than what I spent. And accommodation. So yeah, every night I would go on booking.com and find the nearest accommodation and the cheapest accommodation, and wrote down what I would have spent if I had gone in on accommodation. I was wild camping and I stayed at a few people's houses, and I did couch surfing, and I spent 9,890 yen, which is £67, and I saved just under 100,000 yen, which was just over £600. Ooh, so yeah, this is what is broken down into a bit more. So that's everything I spent in yen, everything I spent in pounds. That's what I saved. So I saved just under £1,000, which is a lot in the grand scheme of things. That's like, a return, long haul flight, more accommodation. So yeah, that's my stats broken down. But yeah, these were my hitchhiking tips for hitchhiking in Japan. So I hope this was helpful. Feel free to leave any comments or any questions, no matter how ridiculous they seem, in the comment box, and I'll try and answer them the best I can. But yeah, if you're going to hitchhike in Japan, do it. It's amazing. I met some fantastic people. I would do it again. I want to go back to Japan. But yeah, I'm digressing again. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, then please hit the like button, leave a comment, or hit subscribe, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Thank you for watching.